Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper. So today we're going to be doing a card. I have to do 10 swaps and they're due tomorrow. So I started just a little while ago and I thought the card was cute and I said since I'm making them anyways, I'll let you guys join in with me. So let me show you the card that I'm making, and I'm doing the outside and the inside, and I'm going to show you all the tips and tricks. This is really basic stamping, but I have some of the tools that are just going to help me make it a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so first things first, I'm going to choose my base, and I already have them all cut, and I'm going to grab the base that is basically an 8.5 by 11 cut right in half. So we're going to go ahead. Yes, I'm doing a live. So looks like there's a few of you on here, but you are the first comment. Thank you. So I have this Bermuda Bay, and I love that basically Stampin' Up! Makes everything easy because they have the colors that all match. They have the stamps and the punches that all match. So hello to everybody. You know what? I didn't know either. I just decided I was going to go ahead and do it. I did say I was going to do a live video sometime this weekend, but I wasn't sure. So, hello to everybody. Susan and Barbara, Goldbody, Donna, Ray, Veronica, of course, Tony, Jane and Stacy. Hi, everyone. Oh my goodness, South America. All right. Hi, Connie. Okay, so let's get back to this. Okay, so I measured this. It's basically an 8.5 by 11, and then I cut it right in half. So there's my 8.5 by 11. Cut it in half, scored it in half, and then that way when we easily fold it, no crinkly marks there because we know exactly where that is. And then I just dropped my bone folder. So here we go. We're just going to take that bone folder and we're going to burnish that down. She said my name. And the Netherlands are here. Oh my goodness. Hi, Mary. Rhonda and Wanda. You guys are commenting right on top of each other. Leona, hello. We are making this card, you guys. So some of you guys came in a little bit later. But we're going to make this card. We're going to do the inside and the out. This is one of my swaps that are due tomorrow. Hi, Donna. So we've got Germany here and England and North Carolina and Rhode Island. And I'm in Arizona. So it is, what time is it? It's about 2 o'clock or so here. Anyways, I have a swap that I need to do tomorrow, and I need to make 10 of these. So I said, why not just put that... Oh, Susan, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it. Oh, that's wonderful. All right. I'm not in any hurry, just so you know, today. I just want to show you guys some techniques and tips. Everybody always thinks that I am like this great stamper, and I am not. I am basic as basic. I just have the tools that are going to help me out a little bit. And so let me go ahead and show you. One of the things that I'm going to show you here is this background. And what it is basically I don't know if you could see, that's dry embossed. And then I reverse dry embossed with a little bit of ink. So let me show you guys how I did that. So I'm going to use the Big Shot, and I'm going to be using this plate. What's the name of it? What is Layered Leaves Dynamics Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. So we're going to use that. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to decide what side I want inked up. So I'm going to take my little spot. You guys, I found that the spot works better than the whole entire pad. Now you can buy the spots blank and then fill it with whatever color you want. I happen to get this one in one of my paper pumpkins. So you're just going to take this and kind of rub it on the top. So you don't want it to go into those nooks and crannies. You just want it to rub along the top. And some of it's going to be lighter and some of it's going to be darker, and I am okay with it. So we're just inking this right up. No problem at all in getting that ink on there. And then we're just going to take a white, it's a Whisper White, and it is cut, let's see what size it's cut at. It's about 1/4 of an inch shorter than the base. So we're at 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to put that in here. Let me get my Big Shot. I'm going to close this guy up and hold it because I don't want it moving around. And I'm getting out my Big Shot here. So we're going to take this out. And since it is very thick, I only need one of the embossing plates. So I stick the platform on there and I put my plate like this. I'm going to be, on this one I'm going to be a tab 1. I still use the old tabs, I just am so used to it. And you stick that right in there and you roll it right across. Patty, you've been binge watching. Nice. Thank you so much. And it's 9 p.m. here. They're in England. And Annie, you're joining us from Indiana. So I'm just looking at these real quick. The weather is actually very nice. It's been raining. So look at that, you guys. You see how that came out with a little bit of that blue on there, and it's all inside those little leaves, so it gives us a nice little texture. And then as far as this is concerned, you're going to do just a little baby wipe, and once you rub that baby wipe across there, it's going to get all that ink off and it's clean and ready to go. If you really want to get it, make sure it's clean. If you have a really technical little embossing folder, it's plastic, so you can run it under some water with some soap if you really want to get that clean, but the baby wipe works just fine. Oh, Donna, your brother lives in Phoenix. Very nice. You should come and visit him, and then we can go to the Dollar Tree. So we've got that. And I've already done so many of these, you guys. And so when I refer to the Big Shot, some of the pieces I already have cut out for you. Because I was doing them to do my class or my swaps, and then decided at last minute, why not put this and share with you guys. Oh, I'm so glad you liked the cards that you bought. That is so cool. So now I have all of these done. So I've done 10 of them because I have to make 10 cards. So you'll see each of them are different. Some of them have like darker spots, lighter spots. It's really cool. And then if you don't like that, you flip it over and you've got those lovely leaves there. So you can use those as well. So those are all done. We'll use one of those shortly. With the Big Shot, I have also cut out this square. It's a stitched square. And let me show you those. They come in all these different sizes. This is from the Stitch Shapes. So it's got squares on there. It also has some circles and some ovals. And I just chose the largest square, used some Whisper White, put it on the Whisper White, ran it through the Big Shot, and it cuts it perfectly like this. So this is, I believe it's a 2.5 inch square. Let me just double check. It is. You're looking about 2.5 by 2.5, maybe just a little bit bigger. So then what I did is I took some Bermuda Bay and I cut those at 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So now we've got this piece just a little bit smaller than that piece. Okay. Then I took some Designer Series paper, which I used. Let me show you which one I used here. This is called the Classic Garage. So half of it is like some gears, and the other half is this crushed curry, kind of like darker and lighter in different spots. So I use that. There's also a similar one because I'm doing so many cards that I also used the background of this. But look, is it much different? I don't think it's, oh wait, hold on. Yeah, it's not different at all. So I used some of that as well. And I cut those. These are 6 by 6, so I cut them in half and in half again. And then I have 3 by 3s. So now when I layer these all up, it's going to make this nice little frame there. So you can see just that little teeny tiny bit. And you guys, let me give you a hint. I'm doing these rather fast. If I had more time, I would take out maybe one of these smaller circles and cut out the middle here. Because guess what? When you put this on here, you're not going to see that middle. So now you've just doubled your paper. You've used the outside here, plus you have an extra circle for a future use. And I have done that multiple times before. That's why, let me show you. I've got a bunch of these little black circles that I'm going to be doing something with at some point. So you just save them. And you guys know me, I like to stretch out my dollar. So then you just put these back when they're all done. So I've done 10 of those already as well. I've cut all the pieces, so now we get to stamp. So what I'm going to do is I have a piece of Whisper White. Oh, here's my hostess code, you guys, in case you needed to know. So let me take just a minute to look because, let's see, because I am live and I want to spend it with you. So let's see. Sparky, hi there, neighbor. From Cleveland. So you're somebody else's neighbor. Hi, Betty and Kathy, Liz, Nancy, hello. All right. Please click the like button. Oh, yeah, you guys, thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it when you give me the thumbs up because that helps put my videos in a higher ranking. So more people are viewing it, and I'm just so appreciative of that. It is a way you can support me. The host code is for their hostesses each month, and this is the code that you'll give if you're not going to buy a $150 order or more. If you buy a less order, it just helps to purchase some items that I use for giveaways and stuff. So for this month, let me show you. I'll be using them actually. This month, anybody who purchases at least $30 is going to get one of these great sets of jeweled rhinestones from me. So the hostess code goes to help in purchasing some of this stuff. So, but if you are spending over $150, use the hostess code. That way you get your own goodies that you get to choose. So this is what I did for over $30. And then the first person who ordered over $100 this month, actually starting on the 14th, because I did the special from the 14th on, got this photopolymer stamp set, the Make a Difference stamp set. Okay, let's see. Yes, Susan, thank you. You are my little girl to tell everybody what to do here, because I am just like, phew, not thinking. Hey, do you host a swap yourself? No, Tony, I don't. I just participate. I used to host swaps, and oh my goodness, talk about time consuming. That is a time consuming project when you host swaps. So I'm just participating in a live one where we're going to our Stampin' Up meeting. So yes, thank you so much. I just assumed you guys knew. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. So yes, this hostess code is for the Stampin' Up products. And if you did want to grab anything, it's down in the description below with my link there. Or you can always go to BeautyandtheStamper.com. Hi, Cheryl. You guys, it was raining here, and it is so much better now. So let's get to stamping. Oh my goodness. All right. What did I pull this guy out for? Oh, this is what I used for the Whisper White to make these guys. Now you can't see it. So I love that little stitch detailing, if you could see that in there. I just love it. So right now we're going to go ahead and stamp. I'm going to show you a bunch of different ways, you guys. I really thought it out, like, since I decided I was going to go live, I'm like, okay, what can I do to show them all the different ways? Because everybody thinks, oh, gee, you know exactly what you're doing. No, I don't. I don't know what I'm doing. They just make it easy for me. So what I am going to do, I decided to go on this, with this vase here. We're only using 2 stamp sets. And the first one we're going to use is this Vibrant Vases. And then the second one we're going to use is Well Said. And it's a 2-set stamp. So we're going to use the Hello from the Well Said. And then, so this would be like on the outside, and then it's got inside sayings too. So for the inside, I chose My Life is Better Because You're in It. I just think that is so sweet, and you can give it to anybody. So you guys are all in the blizzards, huh? Oh my goodness. We had rain, crazy rain. So with the Vibrant Vases, we are going to use this little guy because it kind of matches, don't you think, with the embossing folder that we used. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I think that vase really matches well. And then we're going to use the flowers here, the little daisies. We're going to use these to color it in, really easy. On the inside, I'm going to use these flowers and this to color it in. So I'm excited to show you all these different ways to stamp. Can't wait. Your stamping order is going to be here on Wednesday. It's always fun waiting for those stamping orders. So let's get stamping. I'm going to just take my Bermuda Bay, which matches up with that cardstock perfectly. I'm going to take this little guy, and I am going to just stamp straight down and pick it right back up. Now I am going to cut this guy. I want the vase, and then I'm going to give another room for another vase here. So just with my own scissors, I'm going to cut this, because I'll be using white for other things as well. Now, I'm also going to cut it straight up, because I'm not going to use that as a second vase, unfortunately. I just realized, because I need to stick this up here. So that vase is going to get cut out in white. So I could always save that for something else. But I'm just going to use the punch that goes right with it. It goes with the vases. So I just stick that in there, line it up, and then punch it out. I've got all these extra little pieces, but I've got that punched out, and then I've got this vase that I'm going to save for later because I saved my other pieces there. And we're just going to make 10 of those for my 10 cards, but I'm only going to do one so that you know exactly what I'm doing here. I'm also going to just cut a little piece here, and I'll show you what I use that for in a little while. So that's that. So you guys think I'm all perfect in creating these vases. I'm not. I just used one stamp and the punch. Now I do want to color these in to match. So I'm going to pull this back where I have put a little bit of ink there. I'm going to grab my blender pen. I don't know if you've seen me use them before. I keep one side for the reds and oranges and stuff, and then I keep the other side for the greens and the blues. So all I'm going to do is grab some of this ink that's on there, just a little bit, and start kind of coloring in. And it can be darker or lighter, however you'd like. What swap do you do? I am doing, hi Jeannie, Darlene, I am doing the swap for my upline. We get together every month and we kind of just get together and stamp and talk and learn about what's going on within Stampin' Up! And have just some conversation and some good time with the girls. And we like to do some swaps. So there's about 10 of us who wanted to swap. So we all do our own cards. We kind of have a theme, and the theme that we're using this month is all the new occasion catalog. So we're using something from the new occasion catalog, which I chose the new vases. So now we've got that little guy all colored and pretty, and he matches. So we're going to set that right there. You guys remind me where I place everything in case I lose you. So just ran into the live. Hello, April. Thank you. It is. We do have a good time. I know, Susan, it is nice that we're local with our upline. But I enjoy having you guys. I have my downline, which is some of you, and Susan, we're so far apart, but I'm always here for you. I hope I let you know that I'm always here for you. So, and then we're going to meet up in Salt Lake City in April, so that's cool. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the hello from the Well Said, since I have this out, and just getting my pieces all ready. And we're just going to ink that up, and I'm just going to stamp it down right in the center. I don't need to worry about it getting all crazy. In fact, I do have a little bit that I'm not 100% happy with. So I'm going to flip it over, you guys. Anytime you have any issues, flip it over and try again. Now that one came out much better. See the difference between that and that? So, and you can't see through or anything like that, so just flip that paper over. And then, hi Dusty. Yes, Tony, I hope you meet your upline one day too. And then you could also meet Susan. Both of you guys, we need to have some kind of get together so we can all meet. So now I'm just going to stick that here in this little label here. And it came out perfectly. I stuck it. Well, that's not the side that I wanted. No, that is the side I wanted. Okay. I'm just going to stick that right in there. and line it up. So it's going to always be straight because you're the one who in control of where it goes, and it's not always going to be centered. See, I am not perfectly stamping. It's this little guy that's making it look like I did perfectly stamp. So there we go. We've got that piece now. I'm going to set that right there as well. Maybe if I just put all my pieces in one section, I won't lose them all the time. Oh, you made it to our live video. You're here, so that's awesome. Hi, Verla. All right, what are we doing next? Next. Let's stamp. Since we're stamping, we're going to stamp our flowers. So I'm going to get these little flowers here. And we're just, for the first part, doing straight stamping. No issues or anything like that. So we're going to take this. We're just going to ink it up, and I'm going to put it right toward the top in the center. There we go. We've got that done. And the reason is because I already know that I'm going to put this little vase popped up, and those flowers are going to fit perfectly right in there. But this vase is going to be popped up a little bit. So we've got that stamping done. Now I'm going to move over. I did not want to do that in a crushed curry. That's much too dark. But I wanted the flowers to have a little tinge of yellow. So I'm just going to get out the So Saffron. And then I'm taking this little guy. So I just stamped the flowers here. And I'm going to take that little guy, and I'm going to see where that goes, making sure it's lined up there. And then I'm going to ink this guy up with the So Saffron. And let's get that all lined up there. It's all by sight, but since it's clear, we're probably going to come out pretty good. And look at that. You see that? That is not because I'm a good stamper, you guys. That is because you can see through. I'm a basic stamper, so there we go. All right, so I know that I want to pop these guys up, so let me get out some Stampin' Dimensionals here. And I'm going to get out my ones that are already all used on the inside, because I want to show you that here's one that's not used. So this is how you would normally do it, right? But I also have these little bits. So I just cut it, and then I can put that wherever I want. I cut it a little too big, so I'm going to cut this again in half. And then I'll just save that piece there for another time and stick that there. I'm actually redecorating my daughter's room with a lot of DIYs. Oh, yay! I would love to see some pictures. I love when you guys send me pictures. Alrighty. So there we go. Now I've taken the backs off of the dimensionals, and I'm just going to stick this right there, lining up the vases. And then I have not taken the ink out of here, so I'm going to use the ink that's still in there and use it in here and color those leaves up a little bit. So there we go, we've got that part done. And then I'm going to use some of these little guys, and I'm going to put them on each little flower right in the center. And if you guys haven't seen me before, you guys can color these little diamonds if you wanted to with some alcohol markers, Stampin' Blends, or you can even use Sharpies. And then this one doesn't have a center, but I'm going to put it up right above that leaf, that petal, anyway. So there we go. Look at how cute that is and shiny. How do you manage to get the image you are stamping on the paper? Are the stamps thick? When I was stamping, I ended up with smears on my card from the corners of the stamps. Okay, so are you using Stampin' Up stamps when you're doing it? Because it all depends on where this is cut. And if I mean, I could get it like that too. I would end up, let me just do it real quick for you to show you. Where's my ink? Alrighty, so you need to stamp straight down and then straight down onto the paper, and you won't get that. But let's say if I were rocking it, you know, trying to get it all nice and juicy. Look, I've got some ink on the corners there now, and then when I push down, I'm going to have this halo. Well, I didn't get much, but so I'll rock it around, and then if I like rock it around here, then I'll get that little halo effect. So you just want to make sure that you ink straight up and down and stamp straight up and down, and you won't get those effects like that. See? So I hope that helps you. Alrighty, hold on just a moment. Sorry, guys. I need to just report this person real quick and get them out of here so you don't have to read all their dumb stuff. Hold on. So when people start just writing crazy stuff, feel free to report them. So we'll get rid of that guy and we'll get rid of that guy. And I don't know if they're guys or girls, but it doesn't matter. I just call them guys because if it's a person, that's what I do. Okay. There we go. Hi, Liz. Thank you. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to clean that up before I go stamping, and because I'll forget and then I'll stamp crazy. Okay, we've got that out of the way. And I'm only cleaning for the sake of showing you how I clean up everything afterwards, just to keep it all clean, because I'm going to be stamping 10 of each of these. Okay, let's put together this onto these things here. And I'm just using Easy Snail adhesive. And you just run it right across there. And you don't have to put a lot. And then I measure up this side and this sides, and when I get that on there, it should come out pretty square around. And then we're going to do the same thing onto that crushed curry piece from the garage there. And there we go. That was easy. Do the stamps work on fabric as well, such as shirts? They do, but you have to have a different kind of ink. This ink will wash right off. All right. Yeah, Patty, that's true, but we're not going to worry about them. I just got rid of them, so they just want the attention, and then we're not giving it to them. You may not be doing the shapes and stamping yourself, but you have great ideas. I love the Dollar Tree. I don't know what I'd do without it. I'm on a fixed income. Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. So, all right, we've got this guy done. Let's move on, because I wanted to show you some of the other. I don't want to put it all together yet because I do want to show you the inside stamping, you guys. Now I've gone and done it. What did I do? Okay, here we go. I've got some blank pieces here that I have cut down, again, 1/4 of an inch smaller. So it's at 4 by 5 1/4. And I want to stamp the inside that says, "The best of you has made the best of me." So this time I'm going to use the Stamp-A-Majig. Now this one was a little bit too high. I want it to be a little bit lower. So I'm going to take it, and these stick really well, you guys. I'm going to take it, and I want this to be in the center. And I want it to be lined up very nicely. So I'm going to stick it more there, I think. And then, to get it lined up where I want it, I just push down like that. Now before I put it on my actual card, I'm just going to use a little bit of this ink here and try it. Hi Marilyn, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it needs to go up just a little bit, so that's why I do it first. Okay. I think we're going to be good here. Let's try it one more time. This is why when I cannot see through with that photopolymer, I love using the Stamp-A-Majig. Perfect. All right, so now I can go through here and quickly make a lot of cards. I'm going to get out my Bermuda Bay. And let me just show you here. We're going to ink that up, straight up and down. Push this guy over. And push that down. And look at how it came out perfectly centered. Now I just take this out and I could stick another one. Remember, I have to make 10 of these. So I can very quickly go through and make 10 of these again, just going through like this. So I'm not going to do all 10, but I did want to show you how quick and easy it is. But what I also want to show you, I'm going to leave that here because I wanted to put some little flowers down there. So I have another one of these and I could use it here, but this is thicker. So I would have to change out the foam and change everything like that. Instead, I'm going to take these flowers here and I want to put those on the bottom. So I'm going to take it and put it right where I want it, just like that. I'm not going to use this stamp part right here. What I am going to do is I'm going to take my block, I'm going to line it up in this corner and this corner, and I'm going to push down. Now, that's going to pick that up. where did I get the plate you were using? You're talking about this guy? Everything I'm using today is from Stampin' Up. And did I not say? Oh yeah, it's Stamparatus. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. Yes, Dusty, this is perfect for invitations, making multiple cards. It's so great. Okay, so now I have this where I want it. So I can take the ink, push that down on there. Again, go right in those sides. Make sure it's pushed up against those sides and stamp straight up and down. And then when I pull it up, look, I missed a piece. You guys, that's okay because I know exactly where it is. So I'm going to ink this right back up, stick it right there again. And then when I push down again, it still didn't go because I didn't push hard enough. Let me push hard enough. There we go. Look at that. Can you see that it is not smudged or anything? It went right perfectly where I needed it. So then now I can do the same thing again. Stick it right there. Ink that little guy up. Push harder than I normally would. And we've got it. So if it doesn't come out again, there we go. I love it. I just love this little guy. So I've never seen anybody do this. So I was doing it today and I said, oh my gosh, this is actually what made me decide to put it on live. Let me look real quick. You can get cheap stamps and stuff on the Amish app. Jeannie, you know what? I can agree with you there. You can get cheap stamps at so many places. I have got stamps at the Dollar Tree, and those are actually better than some of the other places. But, yep, Susan, you're right. Stampin' Up, it's the quality. It's the quality. You can't beat this quality. So you can definitely find cheaper, but you're also going to get the cheaper quality, unfortunately. So I'm going to put this guy away because now we want to color these little guys, right? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab this guy, stick it right back on there. I'm going to take the coloring portion, so this guy that matches up. I'm going to lay this down again, right where I want it, lining it up. Making sure it's right where I want it. My fingers, they're so sticky. These little stamp sets are so sticky, which is perfect because they're not going to fall off. So there we go. Now, I already have this set where I want it, so I'm actually going to flip it over. This is all clean. So I'm going to flip it over and use this side, doing the same exact thing, pushing it into the corners and pulling it up. Now, I'm going to get that So Saffron. Yes, Stampin' Up is very high quality. I'm going to get that So Saffron, and I am going to ink this guy up. Push that in the corner and push right down. Look, I missed a piece. I don't know what I'm doing today, but that's okay because it's all ready. So we're going to stick that down there again. And there we go. Now it's all nice and colored. Thank you, Faye. You guys are all rhyming in order. I don't know if you noticed that. So we've got Ray just did a comment and followed by Faye. So you guys are funny today to me. So we've got that one done. I'm going to set this aside because we're moving on. But I hope you guys liked that little tip. I did. I'm going to get out my blender pen. Still haven't cleaned it off, so let's see if I have any green left. Or it's not green, it's Bermuda Bay. And I do, so I'm going to color those leaves in. Look at that. All right, I think we've done everything. Let's put it together. You hardly ever use your blocks, right? Okay, does anybody see my bone folder? I'm looking for the bone folder. Oh, here it is. All right, so we're just going to burnish the card down, the base. I'm going to get my snail adhesive and get this guy right in there. And again, I just line everything up with the borders, and when I put it down, it should come out with a nice border. There you go. There are some pretty big blocks. This one is not the biggest one. There's another one that's much bigger. And then the Stamparatus is perfect for those. I don't know if I'm missing it. Verla, what part of California are you from? Southern California. Because I am an Orange County girl. You watch a lot of craft programs and you've never seen the block trick before. Yay! That's so awesome. I was so excited. So I'm glad that I'm not the only one who has never seen that. Okay, so I'm going to look for my other ink here. Not my other ink, my other glue. And I think I used it somewhere else. Hold on real quick, I'm going to check. I did. I used it somewhere else. Let me see if I can reach it. I always keep my little bit here, this little carrier, for on the go whenever I stamp. So it's got everything that I need in there, all the glues and scissors and bone folders and tape. So with these backgrounds like this, the tape doesn't stick as well, and I really want to make sure that it's lined up nicely. Yes, I still use those. I do still use those kind of those stamps. I've been stamping, you guys. I thought about it. My first stamp was a Hello Kitty stamp, and I was probably, oh, I don't know, maybe 7 years old. So I'm just putting the Tombow glue on there, and then that way I can put it right down and move it around a little bit. So I get it as centered as I can because I don't really want to move it around too much. And just set it down like that. And it sticks pretty quickly, but it can get into those crevices and stuff. Hi, Rebecca. That's okay. You can go back and watch if you miss anything. All right, so that's done. This is ready to go. So we're going to just add the little bits and pieces. Oh, my little cheerleader. Thank you so much, Susan. All right, so I want this to be popped up just a little bit. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. And because I don't see them here on the table, I'm just going to grab a whole new leftover one that I had from an old paper pumpkin. So I save all my Stampin' Dimensionals there. And I'm just going to put one in every corner and then one right in the middle. We're just going to take those tops off there. You guys, we're almost done, and then I only have to make 8 more because I made the first one and then decided to share with you. Yeah, the ink dries really fast. So I'm going to line up these corners here to make sure everything is kind of, you know, has borders. And then this obviously will have a big border, but I'm going to take this little guy and line that up as well. So, okay, I've found my other dimensional, but I wanted to, I'll be using that in just a minute. I want to use my mini dimensionals. What did I do with them? Here they are. I love the little mini dimensionals for the smaller things like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put one on each side, and look at, I don't have to worry about it sticking over or anything like that. So that's why I like the minis so much. And then I'll put one in the middle as well. Did I say driving? Oh no, Kathy said driving. Okay. Darn it, Tony. You come in every so often and just be the funny guy. So, you guys, while Tony's here, he is currently doing the musical Chicago. He is doing a show out in Utah. So you guys, I'm going to be in Utah next week. If anybody wants to hang out, if you're in the area, I'd love to hang out with you guys. So I'll be there next week and probably hanging out at the winery, I think is what I decided on Thursday. So if anybody wants to come, I'm just going to hang out and stamp. And I'll probably drink water because I'm not a wine drinker. But anybody else wants to join me, they can. So, yes, he is doing Chicago, so I'm going to go out and see him because he's been away for so long doing his play. And he just got another part in another one, and he got a role, and he's like a major player. So, I'm so proud of him. So, there we go. Now, I just need to put a couple little doohickeys on there. Anything is called a doohickey, just so you know. But I went with the larger one because I want to kind of make it look like these gems are holding this down, kind of like a, is it called a rivet? So, kind of like it's a nail head. So there we go. We've made another card. So now I've got 2 of the 10 done. So, and you guys, if you, I'll probably do another card. I'll make 11. Because I'm going to put one of them in my grab bags that I sell online. So if you guys want to check out my grab bags, they're $12 only for 8 of these cards that I make. So, alrighty. I'll put all that information afterwards. I didn't plan on it, so I'll put it there. Doohickeys and thingamabobs. Yep. We've got who's its and what's its galore. So, I love this color too. It is Bermuda Bay. So, I just love and see how it just all matches together. The inks, the paper, everything. So, if you like this card, you guys, please give me a thumbs up. If you wanted to purchase anything, go ahead and check out the link below. And you guys, remember, if you purchase over $30 in the month of February, you're going to get one of these sent from me, from my home to yours for free. So, all right, you guys, sorry I didn't give you any heads up. I didn't know I was going to do it, but I think it's really cool. So I'm going to just take a minute to look at some of what you guys are saying before I say goodbye. But let's go ahead and say our goodbyes now. But if you have any questions, let me know. So Jeannie, thank you so much. Lori, thank you. What was your last one? Oh, is that for Tony? I don't know the name of it. I call it, what did I call it? It's something Frankenstein. The Gene Wilder one. I don't know. I don't remember what the name of it is, but I do have the playbook, playwright, I forget what the name of it is, with Tony's autograph. Thingamabob. That's a good one. Young Frankenstein. That is correct. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Ella. I appreciate it. That's what I want, is for everybody to learn. That's what I love most of all. I love the support when you guys give me super chats, when you guys purchase grab bags from me, when you guys purchase Stampin' Up from me. I love it. But I especially love, yes, it's called a playbill. I especially love that you guys learn from me because I enjoy teaching when I can. All right, you guys. Let's see. Okay. I think that's everything, you guys. All right. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Again, it's probably going to take me forever to figure out how to turn this off. So I'll start doing it now. And we will see you